Hey everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys can hear the... Yeah, okay, you can. I guess there's no music playing in the background, yeah. Huh. But hello, hello. I hope you've all had a wonderful day so far. Or if you're just waking up, I hope you all had a wonderful sleep. Today we are also... Because this weekend, for those just tuning in, for this weekend has been particularly crazy for us because just last stream we finished off a game that we had been playing for a while for the very first time, which was that is not the B button, no, which was Bug Fables. We finished that off last stream, and tonight we are going to finish off another game that we've been playing for like the same amount of time basically, and that's Ace Attorney, which is crazy timing, but I really like it. Oh my goodness. And like I'm pretty sure we'll be able to because I have the wiki pulled up here and yeah. We've just got one more day left and it doesn't look like it's particularly long. So, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah. I think we can totally do this. I think we can totally do this. Oh boy. But yeah, speaking of the last time that we played this game, we got through all of day 3 of Case 5 last time, and it was really great. We ended on such a big cliffhanger because I'm pretty sure we know exactly who it is. We just have to prove that it was them who did it. So yeah, I see no reason to stall any longer. Let's just get right on into it. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Who said that? Oh. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7-7... Oh my god, no! Why am I so big? I was just trying to make my screen not dim. Okay, now it's good. I was like, why were they so big? Who the owner of the 77777777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Yep. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But you didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out for her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid, today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? Alright. This is it. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. I don't know why it's a different courtroom each time, because they all look the same. It's like been just pick an arbitrary number. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecutors are ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant? Just shows up on his own, goddamn. Morning, folks! How's everybody doing? Hey, you been back to that pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? He just pauses all the time. Lana, that is to say the defendant, had asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what is your... I just want to click on the dang thing. Okay, there we go. Well then, what is your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Objection! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening! It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... And there's gonna be something else. It always happens that way. At the very end. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth! The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. Why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal? Not everyone opposite race as you do, Worthy. thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this, mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Apparently. Boy. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. I'm gonna... I'm moving you. Hello. Move you down, thank you. There we go. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. You sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Witness testimony 2 years ago. There we go. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. This is all stuff that she's told us before, but I guess this is a recap for those of you who didn't see last stream. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. 2 years ago, 2 years ago. Running in, took me hostage. I honestly don't... I'm kind of with the judge here, because I don't actually know what this has to do with the whole everything. I guess I'll just talk to her. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. I didn't think the organ existed back then. Damn. The police department in the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Man came running in and took me... No, go back to that. Hold it! Yes, hold it. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Skye and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Marshall rescued me? What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but... Yeah, what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark just then. The lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew, I believe has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. Talk about this picture. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can still see it now whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear! I'm just not imagining it. Or I'm not just imagining it. This picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene that imprinted an image on your mind, can you please describe it to us? The man... It's nice that I'll check my evidence later. That must have been a real shock. Even now when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. Wrestling. Oh my god. You know what? It's been that's not even what I wanted to check. Why not? Let's have the booba. It's been a while since the booba. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. Emma doesn't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much about this as she can. Seems to have been lost. There's Emma's... Oh, that's right! I forgot about that. Oh, God. Hold on. Let's go ahead and save, because it's been a bit. Boom, boom, boom. Like... That's what they said, right? Drew a picture. Sure, did draw it. Picture that Emma drew that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence again. Maybe to us. Well, what do I do then? Ooh, list of evidence, Oh my god. Okay, present that, right? Yes! Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
Is this the evidence list for the SL9 incident?
More than that. Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over, Ah! What's this?
Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew!
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here.
Objection!
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago is incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? I thought we told him about that already. I guess not.
Order, order! But, Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Your Honor! Oh my, that's so cool! Your eyes are bulging from my head. My eyes are bulging from my... No, that's the fucking wrong button. I should have this expression on. No way! That's so cool! That's like one of the cleverest things they've ever done in one of these trials. Yeah, because the second half is going to have more of the picture. It's more... That's so good. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of the stretch with list. Yes! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see. Which, he also never, in the past 2 years, never looked at the back of that piece of paper. Okay. Okay.
Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask? He's so pissed off. Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list, even though we can see the back of the list right there in that drawing, and there's nothing. I know that's just a stock, like animation of his that they use for multiple purposes, but still. It's that thing. What? I didn't know it existed back then. What the heck?
That's that thing! That thing that was dancing in the evidence room!
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the worth of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list of evidence in the SL9 incident. Half of the list was found in Gant's desk. Oh, it's like a 2-page. Oh, I thought it was like one really long sheet of paper that was torn in half. No, it wasn't torn in half horizontally. It was torn in half vertically. Okay. I didn't even realize they were like 2 separate sheets of paper. I get it. I didn't even know. But now I do.
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Emma's picture. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey Ben, what's up? Party. It certainly feels like a party. This finale so far has been pretty crazy. I can't wait to see what happens next. We're pretty sure it's Chief Gant that did it, but we're still kind of accumulating evidence from like years earlier. I hope you're having a good day though so far, Ben. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so... Oh, yeah, okay. And it was fainted. Okay. Might as well just go ahead and talk to her about all these. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in our mind.
Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why the picture is painted all black?
Most lightning was the right of sadness, okay? So at that time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked on the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed?
Must have fainted.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture...
That's exactly what I saw. Okay. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? I'm noticing... I can't believe it's taken me this long to notice this, but I think every time that, like, Phoenix, like, slams his hands down on the table like that, it means that, like, you've done something right, or that, like, you're progressing further on, I guess. I think... maybe I'm wrong about that, but that feels right, I think. I think that's actually... Every time he slams his hands down on the table, it means you did something right.
Of course, this is the exact scene.
Was it influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, of course not.
I'd better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here.
Like what I saw in that instant. Well, what is the contradiction, then?
Oh, I guess found she can't safe. There's... So yeah, I guess she was involved in that scenario. Oh yeah, that's right. The autopsy report, that'll give me information. Okay. Single stab wound, piercing, heart, lung. Light blood loss, another 10 minutes. Exactly what I saw. Yeah, okay. So, maybe not... Let's see here. Perpetrator of dark since death. No. There's also the jar. Save blood traces. Rubber glove, okay. And then the rest of all of that, yeah. We have so much evidence, Jesus. I'm gonna... Let's try a couple things. Let's try... There's this, which has a relation to Emma in particular, so I feel like... Never mind, that doesn't... Okay. Okay, never mind. Now we know. Must be on the wrong track, yeah. Exactly what I saw in that instant, okay. Let's go ahead and save, by the way, so then that way we're not losing any progress. Believe. Because, yeah, the unstable jar is also, yeah. Final fragment found in the safe. This isn't really, no. I guess the autopsy reports. I don't know. Does this have anything to do with... Yes! Okay! I have to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. I don't know what it is, but Phoenix is going to tell me. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
Oh. Well, I can't go back... Damn it, I can't go back and check. I mean, okay. The one thing is, like, the thing that he's holding doesn't really look like a knife. She literally just drew, like, a rectangle, which is a little dumb. But, like, I kind of just thought that was supposed to be, like, a rudimentary drawing of a knife, even though it didn't look exactly like it. But maybe it's that. Everything else, though, is basically the same. If I had to pick one thing, though, it would probably be that, so present. Nice here. Take a look at the knife. The man is holding. Yes! Okay, it is that. Wow. I was not expecting that. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken. Oh, okay. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken, too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! Order, order, order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place on the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Emma's mistaken, there is another one. There is another one. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright? In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Wait. So what... Well, what was it then? It's not that. And the murder's body. What was... Wait a minute! There were traces of blood. Oh my gosh! No way! No way! There were Oh my gosh. Oh... There's no way. The real murder weapon doesn't specify a knife. It can't be this one. They're saying not that. It can't be Edgeworth's knife. Because he probably didn't even own it. It's like a new knife. It's the pot! He was hit on the head with the jar or whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Present. If anything's broken here, it's you. Huh? I'm sure this must all be very amusing to you, Mr. Wright. But What?! It's not that?! I thought... Prior to the murder, there's only... Uh-huh? I thought for sure that was it. So is it actually Edgeworth's... Is it the screwdriver? Wait a minute. Oh my god. that would also... And I was saying earlier, and I said last stream how it's weird how it was just a random other K, like AI-16. No, that makes sense. That makes sense why Gant would request it back. Because it was the murder weapon. And he probably renamed it to something else, so then that way Edgeworth wouldn't know that it was part of the... Yes! No, come on. It has to be this. What? No, really? I like my answers better. Come on, I swear if it's just Edgeworth's knife, that's so much lamer. It's not that, right? But it's also not this either. Because it's Huh? The hat... Was it this? It could have been. Well, but it's the sword, not a knife. I guess. No, but that feels too indirect. Like, because they removed the sword from the trophy, so I'm like, maybe it's the sword part of the. No, that feels like it's too much of a stretch. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and choose, I don't know what's going on. Did Bro get knocked out? We're saying that, we're trying to figure out what the actual murder weapon in this case is. And we know it's not this, even though, like, we know it's, like, a broken... I'm a little... Like, this is what's confusing me. Because we're saying it's not this broken switchblade knife. But then what else was it used for is what I'm hung up on. I'll choose this one. No? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and save, because if I get one more wrong, I have to redo everything, so... Okay. I honestly don't... Huh. I already did... Sorry, I already did the screwdriver. I've already done this knife, the screwdriver, and this jar that was originally broken, but we fixed it. Is it just the... I can also pick this again, but I thought they made it clear that it wasn't that? Yeah, no, okay, no, it's not. Okay, huh. Fate of Lana Sky. Already broken prior to the murder. I thought for sure it was the jar. Because it's something that... Okay. I thought for sure it was going to be the jar. Broken prior to the murder. And it's not... Here's the real murder weapon. Okay. Like, what else could even be used as a weapon, I'm wondering, is the thing. Is it the... No way it's the fucking Blue Badger panel. How could this even be used? I'll do this as a lark. Okay, no. I had to try it once. I had to try it once. This is confusing me. Prior to the murder. You know what? It could be the trophy. It could... It could be. Technically. I think that's like the only other thing that could hypothetically be used as a weapon. I still think that was right with this... Whatever. I don't think it was right with the screwdriver, but what the frick. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? For something, but what? This could be, like... a cloth with, like... chloroform or, like, sleeping gas on it, or whatever it is. You see that, like, in movies and TV shows all the time, where someone, like, puts a cloth over somebody and, like, they go unconscious. This could be what this cloth is. Maybe. But it could... I feel like it could also be the... less chunkless. What does that mean? I took Spanish, but I don't remember the lick of it. The... The me... The flip... The flip-flops! Okay, we don't have any of those. I don't think flip-flops could kill someone. Oh, the shoe. It couldn't be the shoe because this was from like more recently. This case that we're investigating, it happened like 2 years ago. And these clues are divided between like more recent clues and clues that were like from years ago. Yeah. Hi Seb, hello. I'll try the trophy. No, not the trophy. The only other thing I can think of, the only other thing I can think of is the chloroform cloth thingy thing. Ace Attorney. Subset. It's not this. No! I feel like I've tried everything. What could it be? Yeah, I've tried that, the knife, the blue badger panel. Can't beat that. Tried the broken knife, the screwdriver. Obviously can't beat that. Tried the jar. If no one in chat knows, because I literally don't think I have any other options. If no one in chat knows, I'm gonna go ahead and check the wiki. That's... Yeah. What is this? What? Choose the... Huh? I'm so confused. Choose the tip of the... What? Here's the real... Wait! Choose... Huh? Choose... There's a... Huh? Okay, so the wiki... Oh my god. It's the tip of the... What? He died by watching something horrible in the VHS. No, it's not that either. That's one of the newer ones. So I checked the wiki and it says that we have the tip of the weapon as a piece of evidence, but we don't. You can clearly see we don't have it here. So, huh? That's, I'm very confused right now. I don't have that... What? Because that does actually make sense, the fact that he would use just the tip of the weapon to murder him. That actually does make sense. That's what it says. Hold on, I'll show you guys what I see. I'll show you guys. This is the... Okay. Fucking... No. There. There we go. Okay, this is the guide that I've been using when I get stuck. Right here. We're here in this portion of it right here. And we've already presented Neil's autopsy report to that. And then it says right here, choose the tip of the weapon. It says that right there. That is definitely where we're on. And we don't have that as a piece of evidence at all. So, I don't know what to do. What do we do? We don't have it. How did I glitch? Did I like, huh? I'm at a loss for words. Is that actually miss something earlier? Well, but then if I did that, how would it let me progress? Like, if I don't have this, I'm freaking. Is there like some other? The wiki could be wrong. Like, I'll literally just... Hold on. Ace Attorney, case with murder weapon. I'm literally just Googling this. Yeah. The... What? Okay. What? Actually, the armor... Oh my god. Oh jeez, I don't want to like spoil myself too much though is the thing. This is so weird. Oh god. I don't want to... Fuck. Fuck. It says this the... What? This is so weird. I apologize. I just have no clue. One. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, that's fucking bullshit. Okay, I found out what to do. Found out what it is. You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this. I just found out what it is. Just found out what it is. You have to choose the picture. That is so misleading. Come on, game. What the fuck? They're asking me what the real murder weapon is, and so obviously I want to choose a weapon, and there are other options for weapons, but no. I have to choose the but that it makes it sound like the picture was the weapon. No. It's like pointing out the fact that the picture... I actually got that right. Remember how earlier I was like, oh, in earlier versions of the trophy, like, had a sword on it, so, oh, they could have used that, but I dismissed it because we didn't actually have that. No, in that picture is the original trophy, which had... But that's so... They phrased that so wrong. They made it sound like it... Yeah, right here inside this yeah, I was right. But, like... That is so stupid. Because it makes it sound like when you're scrolling through the options like that, you're like picking a picture and you're like, yes, he was killed with this picture frame. Smacked it upside the head with this, which is not true. God. Yes, the broken... Yeah. The award. Uh-huh. That makes sense, but, like, the way that they phrased that, they should have been, like, more direct with... Like, it would have been, at that point, like, giving you the answer, but, like, it wouldn't have... And also, the wiki didn't... I don't even know, like, the wiki didn't even help there. Oh, God, it did. Okay, never mind. It is actually on the wiki. Fuck me. Okay, it was on the wiki, but, like, still, I shouldn't have to... That is the dumbest one. Because no one would choose that. Everyone in the right mind would choose a weapon, because that's what they're asking for. They're asking for the real murder weapon. It was all in likelihood from... Yeah. That makes sense. That's cool. But did you They should have, like, eliminated... Okay, the one thing that they needed to add in order for that to have worked was there could have been, like, one line of dialogue where Phoenix was like, okay, let's eliminate all possibilities of actual weapons that I have, because there's no way it's that. Maybe I can look for a clue and some other piece of evidence that I have that isn't actually a weapon to help me find out what the weapon is. There we go. Just like have one text box that's like that, and then that would help without like completely giving away the answer. But you wouldn't waste your time clicking on every single thing that could be a weapon, because there's like 3 different things that could be. Okay, I think I'm cool now. That was a little salty, I will admit. I think I'm good now. Order, order, order. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good now. But like, come on, you understand why that's so dumb. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. It made the game last longer. Yeah, as if this game needed to be any longer. Good. You know what? I can actually check how long I've spent on this. Hold on. I can actually check this. How long does it say I've spent? Look, yeah, 30 hours or more. I think I've had my fair share with this game. Oh, my shit. Anyway. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. But who's holding? Oh! Wait! I remember now! I remember everything! Witness? Mr. Edgeworth! What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. I knew it! This picture! I'm the one who drew it! What? You drew that? That's right! The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Hmm? Oh, I thought it was. I wasn't even looking at the. I wasn't even looking at the picture like that. Okay. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. I didn't think the blue badger existed 2 years ago. Well, that was recollection. When I saw that man raise a knife, this case is so interesting because it's like 3 different cases merged into one. That's why it's so long. Because like each of these individual days of the case could easily be like its own case on its own. They're just somehow like related to each other, which is crazy. That's crazy that they all somehow are. What is it? What is it, Seth? What is it? When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. I should also just suck it up and buy a tank top. No, that's not true. You know it is, honey. Sevi, that's not true. That's not. I'll bet you would look wonderful in a tank top, okay? I'll bet that's not true, okay? Don't be sorry. Alright? Don't be. As we always say. Alright? There's nothing to be sorry about at all. Yeah, exactly. This is certainly most unusual. Objection! Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yeah, that's what I said. Look at that. Ben wants to see you in a tank top. Look at that. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky, we've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Seems we're finally getting to the core of this matter. Alright, Emma's recollection. So that man raised his knife, panicked and rushed towards both of them, knocked away the man with the knife. Yeah. The shadow, that makes sense, because if he was, like, outside the building, then the shadow could have, like, from, like, outside. That, I think, makes sense. Let's examine each of the parts, though. Let's also save, because it's been a bit. Boom. Aw, thank you, Ben. Yeah, I agree. Aww. Well, what are you gonna get one? Well, give him some time. I don't think he's gonna get one until like the summertime, but give him some time. Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? Not as good as my tummy, legs, another problem with my face. I don't know. It's alright. I don't agree, and even disregarding that, we can help you out and make them even better than they are. All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you...
Panther took both of them. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? Eye candy more. Yeah. He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. That's what we're talking about, Seth. That's what we're talking about. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. Yeah, boy. Knocked away the man with the knife. What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast, and I was in a shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. Miss Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then what happened next?
I saw the blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course, see, I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Sounds good to me. Oh. Now I finally remember. If you want to see pictures of that, Ben, we have a Discord where Sev often posts photos of things that he's describing. So if you want to see that, that's your incentive right there. At one time, someone's soul left their body because I was wearing glasses. What the heck? What are you talking about? Oh, brother, just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion.
Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
Wasn't in the room, but I sure saw his shadow. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? I just might know? Apparently everyone looks hot in glass. That is true! I feel like anybody can pull off a good look with glasses. Exactly, hell yeah. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. That is a tongue twister for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger, something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright? In this room. Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that this witness saw in that instant? Please, pause the... Fuck, I don't have the pause. Oh, God. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, but it could... It's the jar. Oh my God, it's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar. It's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar, it's the jar. Oh, then again, I know someone else does do stairs at Cassie. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. But that, you know what? That does make me... I should add, like, a toggle that makes me wear glasses. That's a good idea. The mysterious blue badger was, in fact, this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Oh, I see. Okay, rotate left. I can rotate... Oh, there we go. Not like, shoot. Maybe is it like... It's giving me that reference picture, but it doesn't actually help. Weirdly enough. Like, genuinely, that doesn't actually... Oh, is it... this? It could be, like... that, or... that? I feel... it's not, like, an exact match. I was thinking it was, like, from an above... like this, see? I was thinking it was, like this, because it's more circular. Oh, where's the Discord? It's just below, if you're on, like, a computer or something, it's just, below the actual stream itself, like, where the, where the description is. Ah, there's an ad. If you can't hear me, it's... I so wanna watch this movie. It's where the description is the link to the Discord. Oh, and Seth got an ad too. Uh-oh. Heal, yeah. Oh, thank you kindly. Oh, aw. You're welcome. I think, yeah. I just gotta be careful here. Presents? I really hope. Oh, what? I can remember playing the badger. Oh, shit. And just drawing. Yes. Just kind of just the right angle. Let's save. Because they're both in an ad anyway. Bada boom. God, we've already been here for an hour. What the frick? It doesn't feel like that long. Holy shit. Just the right angle. Because I was a little worried because I'm like, I was looking at that list and I was like, maybe this actually might not even fill up the whole stream. But no, it definitely will. Now that I know we're not even done with the first third of the trial and we've still been here for an hour. Jesus. Vertically a bit more or horizontally? Vertically a bit more. Vertically. I just don't... I feel like there's got to be a more, like, obvious way to do this, I guess? I don't know. Because it's definitely, like, the two little handles are, like, the ears of the thing. But then I don't know where the other part is. Is it just this? But then there's no other... This is, like, the closest thing right here. Maybe... could be like that. It could be something like you know what? That actually kind of works well. Like at an angle like this, that actually kind of works. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's go with this. Let's go with this. I was listening to an album I haven't listened to in a while last year. I want to buy the CD so bad. Aw. Another ad. Yeah, okay. That's, for those wondering, that's why... I missed stuff. Yeah. Because that's the weird thing. That's why I don't, like, pause ads for people, because for some reason, the ads are, like, different depending on the person, which is probably Twitch's way to prevent streamers from doing that, if I had to guess. Because, like, yeah, Bin is in another ad, but Sev is just here. Yeah, that is odd. That's, like, because I used to do that briefly, but then people were telling me, huh, well, like, they're in an ad, but I'm not. And, like, that's just so odd. Like, if the ads were consistent across everybody, then I would do it. But even if you're, like, if everybody wasn't, like, subscribed, even if it's all followers, like, different followers will get ads at different rates, which is just very strange. I feel like they do that intentionally so streamers can't do that, which is very dumb, but yeah. Anyway, this isn't right. I've got to make it... Oh, really? Still not? It's okay. Bid might not actually miss anything if I keep on being really bad at this. That's help. Yeah. Yes, they do. They do. I guess I'm being too hard on myself, but I still... I feel bad. I don't want y'all to... You're right, I don't want y'all to miss out on anything. I really... Ooh, you know what? Maybe... I was doing it, like, from the other way, but this actually helps out. Please? Really? Come on! That looks like it! Come on! This is actually a lot more difficult than it looks. It's like... God, I have no clue. Oh, hey, Moon. Hello, hello. You're just about to see the finale of Phoenix Wright, finally. I'm trying to match this vase to the shape of this not Chow, and I'm doing a terrible job. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, we got... Oh. Sev's gonna flip out once he realizes it's been, like, 3 Days Grace as well. Heck yeah. I feel like I'm the odd one out because I'm the one person who not only has not actually... who doesn't really even know what 3 Days Grace is. Like, I know that like, it's, like, music-related. Seth talks about it all the time, but I'm just not nearly as much of a music fanatic as he is. I'm glad that y'all are into the one collective thing, though. That's awesome. Should listen to it. Yeah, I really should. I really should. Whenever you do suggest music, so it's always, at the very least, decent. Most of the time, it's really good. Also, how the how do I rotate? I feel like there's so many different options. Because there's only 2 of the little handle thingies. In fact, part of this handle was broken off, I'm just now realizing. Like, there's supposed to be one there, but it's actually broken off. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Oh my god, I just realized! Cause look! Look, no. Oh my god. No. Cause look, this part, it was broken off and taped back on! So, it would be broken at the time. Oh my god. I can't believe I figured that out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now that we know that, we can use that to our advantage, I think. I didn't sleep that well. Aww. Oh, Moon knows 3 days as well. Oh. Oh, yeah. Hugs for Moon. I hope you have a better sleep next night as well. Holy rules. Hello, Cult of Scaro. Thanks for popping on in. I mean, it's not actually that many individual rules that we have. I just kind of wanted to be as detailed about them as possible, just so I wasn't as like ambiguous. But hello, Scaro. And also, I don't know if he means that as in he's actually gonna go to bed. But if you are gonna go to bed, I hope you have a wonderful night. There's a whole bite. It's like I get what you mean, but like it's not that long. Let me actually check. It's like it's only 6. Okay. I know what you mean. They're like explained a lot. But, like, in terms of the actual number, there's only 6 rules. And, like, at the end of the day, really the only actual rule is just, like, not to be an ass. Is the real rule. It's like, a lot of the other rules are just kind of variations of that when you get down to it. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming, though. I just kind of wanted to be, like, detailed, I guess. This silly game you're playing this Coolio? Hell yeah, it is. We've been playing this pretty, we do, blind playthroughs, here, Scaro. We've been playing this and Bug Fables, throughout the past month or so. And we just finished Bug Fables yesterday. We're just about to finish this game today, actually. Ironically. So yeah. It has actually been a lot of fun. Oh god. Oh, please. Oh. Is that still not gonna work? Are you kidding me? Come on. That's still... Like, look at that! That so looks like it fits! This right here, I feel like that should work. And yeah, it's still no. You seem too cool, I should turn more often. Aw, thank you! Thank you, thank you! That's really nice of you, thank you. Yeah, we stream, every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 11 p.m. Pacific. And we do blind playthroughs like this, which thankfully, the top and front. Okay, I'll try that next time. Yeah, we do blind playthroughs like this. We're also currently marathoning all of the Pikmin games back to back, 100% completing each of them. And we also do like random one-off stuff. Like for instance, when Tomodachi Life 2 comes out on Thursday, we're gonna play that. Hell yeah. Yeah, the top in front, the opening... Okay, the opening facing you with the top in front. Yeah. So, like... This... you know what? I don't think I have actually tried that. Are you saying more so like this? I don't think I've ever actually tried that. No, shit. You did say the opening facing you, though. That's not what that was, so... Okay. Opening facing me, the top and front. Like, just... It can't be that, though, because the horn thingies are, like, too far down. So it would have to be the other way, but then there's nothing in the center, where the center spire is. Which makes me think this part should be the center spire, but I've done it from, like, every orientation, and it said it's wrong, even though this... Like, this really looks like it. Like... Okay, you know what? I guess this is more... When it's at an angle like this, I guess this is more, like, circular shaped. Like... Specifically when it's like that, because then it's more, like, bulbous on the top. Right? I feel like this should be it. I swear if it's not this. I don't... What is this? What the frick? Yeah. The smaller part was the open... Oh, this place, I think, like... Well, it's funny because this jar, like, both could be considered the opening because it literally has a hole on the top and the bottom. So it's not really a jar at that point. It can't contain anything. That's kind of funny. I don't really know, though. I really feel like this should be it. That really, come on. That really looks like it's it. Yeah. I might have to look this one up. Unfortunately. If everybody else is as clueless as I am, this might be a looking up one. Because it really looks like it's it! I doesn't... Okay. Alright. There's a single 18-minute video by Perfect Paradox. How do they want me to do this? Are you... That's what I did, you asshole! Oh, come on! How is that any different from what I'm doing? Look at this shit! No, okay. This is what the fuck... I swear. Look, that is the YouTube video that I saw, and this is what I'm doing. It's the same! Look at... Yes, it's literally the same exact thing! Look, the video, me. Video, me. It's looking at two different fucking... It's the same fucking picture! Turn it a little... Oh my god. It's... Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, video. Turn it a little... This is ridiculous. It's the same! I'm good... This is more funny than anything, but it's like... I was right! I'd gotten it right from the very beginning, it's just not letting me. There we go! What the fuck? I didn't do anything differently! How? Yeah, it is a miracle that I did this! It's the same! God, it's like the fucking... It's like the South Park joke, where like... What is it? Where like Stan is in the hospital and he's shown like two different pictures and he thinks they're both a turd in a microwave. God. I did that from the start! I think literally like one of the first guesses I had was that! How is it any different? Come on! Come on, what the fuck, game? God, I am just as flabbergasted as Edgeworth right now. Jesus Christ. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Jesus fuck, dude. This is just... Oh my... I can't even... Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar? That doesn't change anything. Rage bait attorney, Jesus. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see? This changes everything! Indeed, very well, then please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The murder weapon, the location, the murderer... Well, not the Well... wait a minute. No, not the location. The murder weapon, the murderer... Well... Okay, we're obviously gonna save it. How long did that take us? That took us 15 minutes to do that. Over 15 minutes. God. The murder weapon we already know. The location doesn't really matter. The murderer. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, but knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gantz. But the body was found lying near... Oh my god. Hold on, I forgot to plug in my laptop again. Give me just like 5 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I was... Thank goodness an alert pops up on the laptop that I use that tells you, hey, it's on low battery, because otherwise... Oh boy. It looked high. Oh god. Hold on, maybe the preview is still... the preview is up to date, never mind. I'll have to look at the VOD for that. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. Oh. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gantz's office. But they're all just one big room. What are you talking about? Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? Took a pic and sent it in mod chat. Okay, fine. What is this? What do I look like? Okay, that is kind of funny. Save image. Oh my god. Hold on. I'll put this on the frickin' I gotta. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show y'all. Image. Add existing. There we go. No, not the kick, no! Not that! Oh god. No, come on. Gallery. There we go. That's from a different... Okay, so that's what I look... Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from. Whatever. That's a sneeze. That's more so what I look like. I think that's more so what I look like. From Damon Gantz's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through all the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she'd knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. And the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? A suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Oh no. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, you know what? It did say back wound. It did say back wound. So you're assuming he was stabbed through the back with the knife from the suit of armor? You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Oh, gee, I didn't even think of that. No! Oh, no. Oh, no. Aww. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances... Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall! How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believing your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? We do, actually. It's the piece of paper. Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Did Lana put Emma up to it? Oh no, I certainly... like, they intentionally... Ew. Oh, that would be such a dark end. I'm pretty sure... Oh my god. Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Oh, is it the blood marking on the vase? Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Oh, the court record, never mind. Is in the evidence. Yes. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is to not accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the pieces of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Damn it, I didn't save beforehand. Fuck! I didn't save beforehand. Okay, well, I gotta make this count. I was thinking the vase, but that doesn't, it's just a bunch of dots and maybe a little squiggle. Really? Yeah. Doesn't really help. From the piece that conveys a message from the deceased. God. Emma Sky's Prince. She would have been unconscious at that point, so it's possible that as the other person was dying, she, like, put her hand on the piece of cloth, knowing that it would make a print, but that seems like a little bit of a stretch. We can check this. Oh, okay, it's just that. Okay. That wouldn't give us anything. Alright, with that. It has to be from the SL9 murders. Communication from beyond the grave. I'm thinking either that or the vase. The vase seems like using it for multiple purposes. No? And that wouldn't give us a hint. This. Present, please. I hope they don't get this wrong. This is the message from the deceased. Right. Now then. This is the message from the judge. Damn it! Fuck. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll have to... Yeah, okay. The murderer. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this text as fast as possible, because we've already seen all of this. We'll get back to where we are in just a second. That's why I didn't want that to happen. It's just like... Blah, blah, blah. Yes. My goodness. Button ASMR right here. Some good finger on B button action that you're listening to. They're oh Jesus! I didn't mean to. Wait a minute! Wait. Did I oh, I never mind. I thought I came to a decision, and like, no, I just accidentally pressed the R button. Yeah. Yeah, I just forgot to... Yeah. Because for some reason, when you're on, like a screen where you have to give somebody an item or present evidence, the game doesn't let you pause in order to save, so you have to do it slightly beforehand, which is kind of dumb. Like, I wish that it would let you pause. Thankfully, we're back here. Yes, yes, yes. What are we saying? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, let's save this time. I thought you were typing an L because I like had an L. I thought that's what you type. I thought you were just saying L because you were giving me an L, which I did because I fucked up. You were oh no. You gave me L you didn't even mean to. Oh no. Oh goodness, it's okay. Oh my goodness. Evidence. Okay, saving now. Oh my god. It's really funny though. Okay. Lion testimony. Legit, I'm just trying to find out where to get the tank top. Possibility, which is the yeah. My keyboard just sucks. They left you. Let's save here so we don't have to go through all that text. I wouldn't give you an L, I promise. Okay, thank you. My keyboard just sucks? Okay. Thank you very much. Anyways. Yeah, think back to the court record. Oh, that's just the... Okay. Is in the evidence. Yes. Sure. Okay. So it's not that. Giving a message about who did it. I feel like if the glass fell, so maybe it maybe it really is the jar again. It could be. It was like the one thing in the room, so okay, here we go. Oh, okay, it is! Oh my god, okay. This is that blue badger from before, right? Also, about keyboard sucking. Yeah, no, my keyboard is having problems too. For some reason, for like specific keys, I think it's mainly like the M key and the B key, I feel, are the ones that are most common. For some reason, like, I have to like really press down hard on those yes, I know. It is very ironic. Like I have to press really hard down on those keys because sometimes if I just like lightly tap them, the actual letters will not be printed out on the screen. So I have to like fix. I'm gonna have to like take apart the keyboard and like see what's wrong. Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? Only got my phone, so it's so... Wait, but didn't you just say that your... What? Didn't you just say that your keyboard sucked and that's why... It didn't... Huh? That's... Bin, that's a contradictory statement. Objection. I think we need to put you on trial in one of these. Phoenix Wright would have a couple words to say about you. You see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason the blood in some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left him to leave behind a message. My phone likes to gaslight. Oh, I see. That's what you meant. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Oh, your phone. Yeah, your phone's like keypad. Okay, I see. I see. That's what you meant. That's what you meant. Mr. Wright, what kind of message does the victim leave for us? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean now. It's just like normally you wouldn't like call that like a keyboard because it's not like a physical like board or something. I normally would call that like a keypad. I don't know what that is actually called though. I usually just say keypad. Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I got to connect these dots to make left. Really connect the dots. Oh my god, I can actually see Emma's name there! Holy shit! I can actually see Emma's name. Well, not present, but like, how do I undo? How do I... Is it like... What? Wait, what do I... Huh? I came up with this mess... But I don't... Come on! There was no button prompt! What was I supposed to do? You mother... Fine. Yes. Message from the disease. It is in the evidence. There, you didn't see it. I looked at the bottom right, and there wasn't a button for, like, moving around the blood. I couldn't find it. Okay, it's the jar. I swear this game... Yes, it's just that. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna save here. Oh, let's just save to the first save file at this point. The other two, we don't need the other two. It's clear the game isn't gonna delete on itself. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Like, no, look at the bottom right of the screen. Right here. Yeah, it doesn't say! Is it... I assume... Okay, it's the A button! There's no prompt saying that the A... Okay. Now we know. It doesn't say, so I was confused. Anyway. There we go. Well, actually, hold on. No. Undo. Fortunately, it looks like there's no... Hold on, I need to connect... What? I can't connect this middle piece for some reason, but okay, whatever. There we go. Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah. There we go. There we are, Emma. Present. There we go. A very stylistically different looking E, but whatever. It's the defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Oh, you write E like that? Oh, goddamn. Huh. Maybe that's just a way to write E that people do sometimes that I've never realized. I know some people will do like a backwards 3, and so like the straight edges of the E will be like curves. I know some people write E like that. I never realized that was a way just people would make the middle line just separate. Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. She is gonna be so... She was already, like, traumatized for life, and now we're making her life even worse. Oh, God. See, Worthy, can't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. Chief Gant, do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Ugh! Objection! But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer, that's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. I write a C shape, then a small line. That's so interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I've never heard of that either. That has, like, I believe, I don't remember which one it is, but that's like a symbol for a type of currency. What you're describing. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That's like 3 different ways. I didn't know of the ways that you're talking about. That's so cool. What? We're merely keepers of the law. I remember for a while as a kid, like, just to be cool, I used to write 2 with, like, a loop in it. Like, when the normal point in the 2 would happen, I would instead do kind of like a loop-de-loop instead of a point. I don't know when I started doing that, but that happened for a while. Then I kind of stopped doing it. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order! The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. To be continued. Yeah, that's the currency symbol I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and not connecting either. Okay. Yeah, that's so interesting. So that's 4 different ways that I know people. That's cool. All right, February 25th, 12:06, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. I hope not interrupting anything, pals. Gumshoe, you have the worst time. Jesus. Oh, guess I am. Something else that I accidentally skipped. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Yeah.
You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
I take it Lana's having you run errands again?
Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
Evidence law. I like the little duck with the Sherlock Holmes hat and the bubble pie. That's cute. I like that book. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Was he? 2 rules of evidence. Oh yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, he was actually. Goddamn.
The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
She said if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book.
Him. Huh. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. For Miss Sky explains the 2 rules of evidence law.
Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
That's where you were wrong, Detective.
Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me?
Mr. Edgeworth.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found that she was unwilling cause of a man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal!
You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
What?
And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Alright.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well, the defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. It's Gantz. I swear to God, if I... What did that have to do with... What? Oh, okay, thank God. Sometimes it's difficult to tell if you've actually made something wrong. Because the fucking... It was turning red, so I thought I made a wrong decision. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he still should be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
E in Discord. What do you... huh? Hold on, I gotta check the Discord. Oh, cool! Aww. Oh, let's go. I was wondering why chat was being so silent. You guys were fucking talking in the Discord. Yeah. Aww. Cute. This isn't the first time that's happened. There was one stream in particular where everybody was just like going mayhem in the Discord while we were still streaming. And I was like, guys, there's this stream that you're missing. Cause like everybody was like migrating over there. It was funny. It was during a Pikmin stream actually. Going mayhem about my tummy. No, you weren't. You were going mayhem about. Oh, you mean for the Pikmin stream? Yeah, you were. We were actually. I remember. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Now I remember. Yeah. We went from your tummy to the letter E. What a leap. Yeah. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. He's just gonna give me the hairy eyeball. There we go. So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. We're all telling you that I ate, because you're not! You're not! Oh, you have it on split screen. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. That's very cool. My name is David Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. Yeah, you're not. There are still some things that accounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this? Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You were aware, of course, that police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give in if I don't want to. What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember,
if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony.
It would be really funny if he just stood there like he has a bunch of times. Okay, no, he's actually talking. That would be funny, though, because of what he just said. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
He was lying on the floor unconscious. But you're not, though, you're not. You are not. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head.
I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. If you, I'm not. Oh my goodness. Questioning him that day. I really can't do anything else other than just talk to him. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up, too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant Lana Skye also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. Chubby is yummy for me. You alright, Seb? You alright? You hate the iPhone keyboard? Oh yeah, those keyboards suck. It's so tiny. It's so small, and the keys are like so flat. Like I like the keys in an actual PC because they're all like big and fat, and they have like indents for your fingers and like. Yes, that's what she said. I'm certainly not flat. You can't say that about me. I mean, I can't. If you want to, now I'm flat as all hell. But I just at a push of a button, I could just be like, whoop. Nope, that's the wrong button. As I was saying, at the push of a button, I can just be like, whoop. or with long hair. What the hell? Why not? Might as well stick with this. We slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. We might as well. There we go. Hold on this. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first, so Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. Jesus. Flat is snack, not enough. Oh my god. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Oh, well. I need both of you guys. Oh my god. Probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart, though. That's not funny. Found Lana there. Could you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. Yeah, that image again. Neil and its serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Love how Cassie changed hair. Yeah, I can do that. I can change my hair from like a short hair to a long hair, and I can have no booba or booba, and then I have the different expressions like you already saw, and then I also hold on a minute. I'm not wearing any shoes right now, but I can put my shoes on. Sorry that you guys are just really up close to my butt. I can do that. And then the only other thing I have right now, anyway, that's not my expressions, is I can wave to you guys. Hello! Hello, hello! Yeah. If there's any combination that you guys like prefer right now, I'll do it. But I think I'm gonna, I'll change my hair actually back to not that. I think I'm just gonna stick with this right now. I think this one might actually be my favorite combination of the two. But you guys, if you have a personal favorite you want right now, just go ahead. Arrange the crime scene. How can you know that? Because of the victim's body, it had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk. That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway. Nothing to do with the forgery. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt. But moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd better be off staring at that court record. Worthy, always the smooth talker. Which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Okay. So it would definitely be that. How do we link Gant to this? Let me check this. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant. Presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. Well, you know what? No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Which was... But hold on, back then, Gant was a detective, right? But I guess that means he did still work at the police department. So I guess that does... that doesn't really tie him to the case. Because if he was CEO back then that would have actually... I would have presented... this, because it would have been like, hey, he would have had to approve on the false evidence of the original trial. But I don't think that's the case, though. Without the approval. Yeah, no. So I don't think actually that, even though we were just given this. This was found in the safe, though. And so is that. So either one of these. And we haven't presented this yet. I assume... Let's just select this. There we go. If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this? What's that? And what's that on it? A handprint? Chief Gant. Your explanation, please. What are you gonna say? ... I don't know, you tell me, son. Huh? My dear Righto, don't you know the second rule of evidence law? Uh-oh, not this again, evidence law. Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to this trial? It appears the defense was not prepared. I guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Please accept my profound apologies, Chief. Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay, I'll do it just this once, but only because you asked, Edgy. Thank you. I assure the defense is terribly sorry. Yeah, sorry I didn't nail you. Okay, so not that. But we do know that the vase was relevant, so... This. Right? Okay, thank God. But the forgery... explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's that blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier... Oh, and that too. I do like how there's multiple options to some of these in terms of evidence. Was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So would you admit to it, then, that you were involved in the forgery? Who, me, or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured Dick will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Oh my goodness. Evidence and forgery. Oh boy. Let's see, what was it now? A jar, fragment, and a list. Doesn't everyone technically pay to work? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not really wrong. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participated in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. All right, Udgy. In return, though. I know. That place, right? What are these guys, telepathic? Good lord. How's examination? Oh boy. Planted them in my office. They're worthless. Wouldn't help me out in any way. I feel like this isn't true. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you'd reap from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh, the resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh, that's a good one. Huh? I would too. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edward? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Oh! I guess, yeah, he does kinda. He even kinda looks like Santa a little. It's the white beard, really. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. Well, not at the time. There, it's out in the open now. Udgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do! There was nothing in it for me. I don't feel like that's true, though. Nothing in it for you. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's honest little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. It's April. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? God. Hold on. Saving, and then we'll do that. No, we're pointing out accomplice. No. Oh, I have a feeling I chose the wrong one. That means he wouldn't have helped out anyone. Relax and take a deep breath, Mr. Wright. Try to think outside the box. After all, that's what you're good at, isn't it? Think outside the box. I never thought I'd hear him tell me that. The question is, who would the chief help? It's who would ask the chief for help. If someone did that, he'd be sure to find a way to benefit from that person. It appears the defense has nothing more to say. Chief, would you please repeat your testimony from the beginning? Oh, okay. I just gotta do it. Nothing in it for you. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Point out accomplice. Sure, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well, then. Who is this person you believe Chief Kent may have helped forge evidence? Oh. Well, we know that Lana Sky helped forge evidence. We know that for certain. So in that case, it would be... right? Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana. And as for Chief Gant, he would also have reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed Chief Prosecutor at the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Everybody just stares there. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What starts with a C and ends with an E? I mean, a lot of things, to be fair. What? Do you have any proof of this, that I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. Aww, me too, me too. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless... that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Or which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about... yeah, that. The murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The Chief Prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's, impossible! I legit hugged my pistol listening with you. Oh. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. I know, right? Isn't he so cute? He's so cute. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. I'm gonna say first. I don't know if y'all caught this, but the voice that I've been doing for the judge this whole time is just the voice of President Nixon from Futurama. It's literally just that voice. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Chief Gant to the... okay. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna get tricky. Fuck. To the murder of Goodman. Specifically. To Goodman's murder. Oh god. Fuck. Well, this does tie it back to SL9. Granted. Which, that's a start. So does the Blue Badger. There. Okay. The trophy. Could be a lot. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure he has an iPhone. Him to the murder. M as written on the surface of blood, yeah. I don't know why the other fragments were found in the evidence room, though. That still hasn't been explained. Yeah, 16 Pro Max, nice. Chief Gant, the murder of... what's in this photo? Okay. come... If I had to pick one thing, it would probably... Aw, that's adorable. Aw. Yeah, I love those little text emoticons. I use them all the time. Muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 518. Okay, called Emma. Never mind. Address car. Because it's like this and these two things are the only things that relate itself to the original case. The rest are from, like, the other shit. So... Oh, but wait a minute. Wait a minute, but then there's also the 77777777. So there's also this. Let's try presenting that, actually. This is the ID card list. Oh my god, did I get it right? No way! No way, let's go! Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 77777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits, you don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 77777777. It's so fun to say that. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Order, order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I haven't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. It's given its current form, but this was given to Edgeworth, so no. Investigator's ID card found at prosecutor's office crime scene. Oh man, this is actually pretty difficult. When was caused? The photo? The photo is from like years ago. So that's not it. That is definitely reasonable to assume though, no. Yeah. This is from the award ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Neil is someone who's dead. So not that. Anything on the... Yeah, we can just... Yeah, you have to see that. Went to meet Chief Gant. To meet Chief Gant. Surprised this is gonna come back later. I don't know how or why, but like... Without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case of trial. Okay. No, without the approval... Okay. That's gonna come back later right now. Aw, there, Sev. Hugs for Sev, hugs for Sev. I hope you can get a better sleep tonight. I hope so. You're not tired? I mean, if you're not tired, if you're not sleepy, then I don't think there's anything wrong with staying up. But if you do feel sleepy or tired or not well, then definitely recommend going to bed. Okay, Marshall's fingerprints. To meet Chief Gant. That is a tricky one. Evidence room, floor plans. Oh, they're there. Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. Oh my god. Yes! The lost item report! Found it! Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Let's go. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. Yeah, hugs. Aw, thank you, Ben. Thank you. So Detective Goodman filed out a lost item report. This is so hype. He would have had to give that report to the Chief of Police. Yet you were in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? Aw, you're welcome, Seb, you're welcome. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on, let me guess what you were going to say next. I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait! The Chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. This is actually really cool because it's implied that, like, him and the judge are, like, good friends, so it's probably hard for the judge, too. That's actually really cool how the judge is becoming his own character, kind of. Yeah, did you eat something bad or maybe drink too much of something? Yeah, that could be it, that could be it. Yes, now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something. Accidentally skipped. Sorry, but that's not possible. Oh, that might be true. Go eat. Yeah. I mean, if you're hungry or thirsty, you should definitely do that. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. No! Oh my gosh, what was that? Did you say he like went Super Saiyan? That was the most craziest crash out of any of the people up here. Oh my god. Chief Gant, you didn't! The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. That was crazy loud. The game audio. Oh my god. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. That the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Stubbed his toe. Yeah. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. To move... Well, what could be used to transport things from one place to another? Crime photo... Wait, actually what, though? Prosecutor's office lot. Miles, yeah. Wait, actually what, though? This I actually don't know. To move the victim's body. Move the body? Down there. Because he put it in the trunk of Edgeworth's car. This is a tricky one. Yeah, I don't... That's the thing, I don't really have anything like that. Yeah, the parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Telephone security room. I can't pause right now, so I can't save. Not the Blue Badger panel, that was there, yeah. Autopsy report. Single stab wound, okay. There is a photo of his car right there. There's also the ticket stub. Yeah. I mean, Drag the body with the glove. That glove is from the SL9 incident, though, and that was in an area where I don't think he could access that. Like, the way that it's worded is very... This is a tricky one. To move the body. Evidence locker. Parking lot. Security room. Okay. Shoe. Used this, so he was talking about an object, so it can't be something like that. I'd say probably... Let's use this photo. Let's see. I see. Maybe I'll use this later to move your... Oh. Okay, so it wasn't it. Okay. Okay. So Chief Gant stayed at the police department and Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office. But there's the only one possible way he could have moved the body. It's very strange. Oh, I hate peeps. I didn't even recognize it. A fun fact, in Japanese, Edgeworth has a tendency to start his sentences with ma, which could be translated as well, but is closer to a type of sigh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. And he does... Yeah, he does actually sigh sometimes. That was... I guess that was translated well. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. Thanks for the fun fact there. That's neat. Only one possible way. He could have moved the... How did he get him to do it? Oh! That's... peculiar. In Mr. Wright. That is... Okay, that gives us a lot of more leeway to do with it. And what's a piece of evidence that we haven't really used very much? Well, not the screwdriver, but like... Or maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking because, like, the Blue Badger, because that was, like, that's on wheels, right? Yeah, it is! It is a thing on wheels! Is it really this? Oh my god, it's that! No way! Oh my goodness. Well... There's no specific that's possible. Yeah, let's go. I see. Maybe I'll use this later to... Oh, what? I thought... Oh. Thought they really... Son of a gun. Okay. You son of a ding-dong. I also forgot to save, damn it. Stayed at the PD, Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office. He could have moved... Who's he? How did he get him to do it? I'm gonna save here. Jeez. Maybe something to do with this case. What's a piece of evidence that was, like, circumstantial, but could be used to move a victim's body? This is throwing me off, honestly. Found in the car trunk. I guess it was found in it. No, okay. Okay, no. Uh-oh, bless you. Bless you. This is... I don't think any of you guys have any ideas, so... I think I might use the wiki on this one. Let's see here. Really? How? Okay, you know what? Alright. That does actually fit into what he said about, like, oh, this piece of evidence hasn't been really used, so I'm surprised it's coming back up. But how was this used to move something? Present. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. Okay, again, that feels very... The way that that was worded could have been better, but, like, they're not technically wrong. I don't. I came in at a late time in the game. Yeah. I fell asleep. That's impressive. God damn. Oh my god. What's that, a screwdriver? But what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gantz. Yep. We wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. The stabbings, I brought this back here. Mm-hmm. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Okay, but then don't have me select the screwdriver. It's... You see what I mean? Like, the way that they frame that is very... Like, it fucks with your mind. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes, unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief? Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one possible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order, order, order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed into the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe... Your time's up. My time's up. Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special. From Rise from the Asses and Ace Attorney 4. Wow, no way. Oh my god. The mini-games were made first and the Mystery Assess story was written around it? No way! No, that's crazy! For this case, and I guess whatever the fourth Ace Attorney game is, I guess for all the cases in that one. Wow! Peeps, that's so cool! What the heck? How could they, like, write around... And it doesn't feel like that. I mean, I knew that for this face, they, like, added in a bunch of, like, new gameplay mechanics and stuff. But that's crazy. Yeah, that is fucking awesome. Wow. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to being considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away. Don't make me laugh, Worthy. Oh, Gant's theme is also basically his rebuttal theme. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright. Your Honor. Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of his body? Do I have any concrete proof? I'm actually... I think I'll check the wiki for that. Actually... I have no proof yet. Yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of... Oh my god! I didn't realize until now that fucking... that Bin and Sev were having like a whole ass conversation in the Discord. Oh my god, I'll have to read that later. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Edgy? Yeah, I know, right? The artwork, I think, is very well done. It's no wonder they made, like, an anime based off of this. This court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Edgy, I'll leave the rest to you. Oh my god. According to character designer Tatsuro Iwamoto, the secret to designing old men is loving old men so much that even your favorite actors are old men as well. There is a lot of old men in this game, now that I think about it. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. Whoa. Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Me wov nerd Peep. I know, right? Peeps was throwing out some facts in an earlier stream as well. They were super duper cool. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? An earlier Ace Attorney stream, specifically. Because I'm pretty sure they're a pretty big fan of the series, if I had to guess. The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor, the defense calls forth Lana Sky. The defendant, Miss Lana Sky. She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body, in accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on. Huh? Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat! Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana. Yeah, Peep is very smart. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyways, right? Just something to think about. All right then. I've got a lunch date to meet. The judge is like, what the frick? Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. Oh my god. There's so much pressure going on here. February 25th, 2:04 p.m. Looks like you managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe. Apparently producer Atsushi Inaba looks very intimidating. A sketch by Iwamoto Detective Inaba as a shadowy figure with white eyes. God damn. I mean, honestly, that's how you know that they actually like each other, if like he's cool with him doing that. when you think about it. I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure, I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. What do you mean? Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said. But Chief, that is not about the... Yeah, okay. Coolio. Risk, what does he mean by that? It's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Who says that? Oh, okay. Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Aww. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she had changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean, to follow Chief Gant's orders? She must have shut herself deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Oh my gosh. Ah! I'm so excited. Okay. I will indeed. Thank you very much. Yes. I will go ahead and upload. Trial ladder 2, trial ladder 2. There we go. Alright. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please take the stand? Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required from you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Both Edgeworth and Mia were assigned as older men. The old design of Edgeworth was reworked into Prosecutor Von Karma. The old design of Mia was reworked into the judge. No way! What the heck? That's crazy. Oh my god. That's actually crazy. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and the fabrication. Witness testimony. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana... If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright. Alright. Gant for years, no truth to this blackmail theory. Again, might as well just talk with them all. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, it was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Skye were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why... It's like... It's like I can perceive with searching eyes whether she's lying or not. Good lord. Back now, Siri. I can look into her soul. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... years ago myself. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Juana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
He's wearing an all-black outfit with closed-toed shoes and a pair of books in his left hand. Oh, okay. Neat. I wonder if that's, like, being used in the game, but it's like, just off-camera. Like, covered up behind what he's standing behind, so you never see it. Like a boundary break sort of situation. That would be cool. The Dark's knife.
You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound, and then you moved the body?
But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why did I plant the knife?
But why did you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife.
My God. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body.
So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
You're so desperate to hide that fact. You're willing to risk the death sentence?
She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
Got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Alright. Did that. Alright.
Be all the proof we needed.
Nothing to do with Emma.
Back there. Okay, well I've examined all of the stuff. Characters only appear as a witness, like Sawit. Have no bottom half. This is because it always be covered up by the witness stand. Okay, huh. That's cool though, that's cool. Shit though, but it says it had nothing to do with Emma, but it says found chief can't save evidence or something, but what? Let's go ahead and save, because that's been a lot of talking that we've done. There we go. There. This is tricky though. I'm not quite sure what this is. Not quite sure. Okay. Because she's saying here that Emma didn't have anything to do with this, but that's not true because of what we... Yeah, this. Really? Come on. Ow. What the flip? Stuff that points to the fact that Emma was there is what we're looking towards, which... This proves that Emma was there. Except no, apparently it doesn't. Hmm. Had the wound in the body. If needed. Yeah. Her drawing. Oh yeah, the drawing! Yeah, hold on a minute. That is actually, I did not consider that at first. Because, oh, well, I didn't mean to actually fully present it, but, oh, well. There we go. I guess that proves it then. Nothing to do with Emma. Evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Yeah, for years. All by myself. Broke off the tip of Dark's knife. I think I'm gonna... Might be time for the wiki. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, we have to... Oh. Okay. Hold on a minute. There's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. No, not present. We have to do this again. Murder whip. Oh. There's another... Hold on. Not that, but... That. And then, remember, there were two options here? I thought that, like, they would both lead to the same thing, but no, I chose the first option. I needed to choose the second option. Why did you move the body? I didn't click this. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. The online repository of guides, wikibooks, and strategy guides for the first tour, Ace Attorney games, and the investigation spin-offs. All without ads, goddamn. It's just free, just like there online. That's actually really cool. It's like how the player's guide for Earthbound is like one of the best player's guides ever, and like you can find it for free online, like officially provided by Nintendo, which is awesome. Because like the physical version of that is worth like a lot of dollars now. I do actually have that physically though, the guide for Earthbound. I made sure to buy it before I played the game so I could use it alongside it, which made playing that game for the first time like so much fun. Yeah. Well, I know manuals, but that's more than like a manual. That's like a full-on ass like guide. No one knows about it. Well, that's not true. I know about it now. Now I do. The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Guy moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Pieces of the jar, you mean? Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would appear right away what happened. There we go. Neil Marshall was dead and Drake was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there is more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I completed this fabrication completely alone. Alright, so now for the jar thing, let's actually show her the jar, I think. Yeah, okay. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction? In my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. That's true.
Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
Jar and message in blood. Alright. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Drake was the real... Why do we keep on saying Drake? She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Alright, jar and message in blood. The thing is, though, if she tried to wipe it off, why didn't she just wipe it all off? Dark in the room didn't have, okay. So the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. Dark in the room didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
This is rather shocking.
Wiped away blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana! I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Fragments were large, so I surely had to. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss everything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. Oh, hey, Spiral. Hello, hello. We're just about to beat Ace Attorney right now. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident.
No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office.
You're making ramen? Heck yeah. More contradictions of service in her testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. That's, I'm sure, got them all. Think about wiping them clean before they were discovered. Let's save, of course. Did someone stay stained? Oh my god. Trying to cook perfect soft-boiled eggs for pairing a ramen. Oh, that sounds so good. Ooh, and chicken, yeah. Nice. Chicken rings. It's like a combination of chicken wings and onion rings. Yeah, it does. It does. Alright, wiping them clean before they're discovered. Because there's contradictions in, like, what she says, but it's not really anything that I could, like, present evidence with, is the thing. Or they were discovered. Thing is, that, but, like, you didn't really wipe them clean. Like, let's try just showing the jar again. Seeing what works. Oh, yeah, wow, okay. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. This jar has been very useful. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it! She really didn't know! There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up to the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Oh my god. I didn't even think of that. But that does explain a lot. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The judge is, like, trying so hard to make sure Gant isn't, like, considered guilty because they're good friends. Oh my god, that's so cute. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Oh, I feel bad for him. Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! Aww. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar. And purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question, what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? Series director Shu Takumi's advice for dating himself. My real personality is like that of all the characters of Ace Attorney added together and divided by that number. I have a hard-to-read personality. You might be better off staying away from me. Oh my god. In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet. Oh my god! He bit her finger so hard that blood shed. Jesus. No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer any more for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. My god. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. The DS version of Ace Attorney's English localization was advertised as an English language teaching tool in Japan. Oh my god. What? Where are you? How do you know all this stuff? This is so cool. And DS version... Yeah. That's crazy. Oh my god. I do remember, actually, that, this is a super random fact, but hold on a minute. There we go, just had to calibrate the camera. Is that, for Phantom Hourglass on the DS, they had a similar thing where, like, if you, like, with the stylus, if you, like, held down, like a letter of katakana, it would actually tell you what it says in kanji. Which, I could be wrong with the terminology of those words, but, like, I do know, like, if you held down, in the Japanese version, if you, like, held down one of the letters, it would say what the Japanese character is in kanji. I know that for a fact. Which I think is really cool. I think that's a really cool way of, like, teaching younger kids and, like, teaching other people the language. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. My legion of browser tabs. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. For the final time. It's the final testimony. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Actual crime. Seen when I arrived. I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword! You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. Oh my god, really? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. What was it, though? This morning? Because, okay, was that... It was... That's the Gantine picture. Was it here? Because this was... Yeah, this morning. Oh my god. This is so fucking weird, dude. Okay. Let's see. Picture. Wait. Wait, I don't get it. What? Wait, huh? None of these are pressing X to show it. Wait, huh? I don't get it. No, I'm stuck. Okay, what? Wait, this is... Huh? Must be a picture in there somewhere? That's that. Back. No. This is so weird. There's this. But that's obviously not... Yeah, might as well. Good, right, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. This is so weird. This morning is what I don't get. What about this? Evidence law. Oh! Oh my god! Okay, well that wasn't this morning, but okay. Hey, there's a picture here! Oh my Jesus great grandma. What in the world? This is crazy. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene! No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contact criminal affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Well, on this picture, crime scene photo from the case 2 years ago taken. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be... The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe! Mm-hmm. Okay. I see. That cloth, it had fingerprints on it! Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer! What? But those fingerprints... They're yours, Emma! Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Oh my goodness. Actual crime scene! When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled... Wait, what? What the... Oh my god! What?! Come now, Udgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't, but someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Oh, God. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? Better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Professor Marshall? Oh my god. What do I do? Chat, do you know? Or do we have to consult the wiki? Because that is actually a really big deal. Oh my god. What the heck? That is a really big... Oh god. I also don't know... I swear, when like my streams hit like the 3-hour mark, for some reason my camera just gives up. I have no clue why. See, yeah, I have absolutely no idea why. It just does. And I don't know why. I really don't. It's like, fuck this shit, I'm tired. Yeah, basically. I have no... You know, okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna try... Just, hold on. This is only gonna take a second. Let's see if this will actually work. I'm gonna quit out of YouTube Studio on my phone. Let's see if this actually does anything. Okay. Oh my god! It actually fixed it! No way! All I had to do was exit VTube Studio and then enter it again on my phone. And I think we're pretty much... Yeah, now we're fine! What the fuck? Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining, I just really didn't think that would work. Wow. So basically just after a while, it's just... without quitting out, it literally just gives up. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. Why? Whatever. Anyways, show evidence or cannot show? I can't help myself. Okay. I'm gonna go with show evidence. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence. All right, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the chief's. Oh, God. Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Professor Marshall. Oh. Well, oh, God. Well, hold on. Actually, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I want to actually... Hold on. Hold on. I actually want to load... Let's go with can't show evidence first, actually. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What, you lie? Chief Can't. You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the Chief of Police, have been concealing evidence! This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department! Oh, god damn it. He didn't really think that went through. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think he had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? Really? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. Oh my god, he's actually... No way. So you really were manipulating her? I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too? Oh, some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept 1 more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. So your victory is mine. Show evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. I'm glad I went back and did that, because we basically just solved the entire case just then. Or at least proved that he did that. Okay, fine. Jeez, a 4th page of options, that's insane. Okay, presents. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. At last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean, it could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh, you were as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Wait, why did I give him his voice? What? Think about it, Raito had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is Emma Skye. Emma? Emma Skye! What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, you're really something, Raito. You knew this girl did it all along, and yet you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! Miss Skye, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't... Miss Skye, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence that my friend is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter, Catch? Got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? He has some kind of snappy comeback. Yeah. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool blabbing about? I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. God, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I actually don't know. I really don't. I really don't. That contradicts... Like, okay, he was stabbed, and then... Uh-huh. That. Okay. Well, how... Okay, let's see. Walked in on the crime scene. It would have to be something in relation to the picture, right? Oh, okay. Yes, okay. I don't necessarily know how, but okay, we did it. Thank God. This is the picture Miss Skye took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth! Wait, there's no blood on it. Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense! Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Yeah, the design of that knight armor was pretty cool. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally all over. You know, there's an RPG I want to play and maybe stream, but I'm so fucking afraid to. Why are you are to do it? Is it like a scary game? Or is it for other reasons? That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
Order! Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Archie? Earlier, old Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. Miss Righto, you have some evidence.
Well, that's true. Defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. Time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
This game contains restrictions of extreme violence, topics of the game story include drug and blah blah blah. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense, actually. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. That, like, you wouldn't want to play it. Maybe, like, watch a video of yours first or something. Illegally concealed the piece of cloth. I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Haha! So the evidence is illegal! Oh, the sequel's apparently worse, goddamn. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence. No, Udgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe... Objection! There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Yeah.
Very well, let us just settle this once and for all. Earlier, if you refused to present evidence, if you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Alright, evidence law. This is my proof, Your Honor, evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have the approval from the police department. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Yeah. You don't mind if some harm. Steam censors it. Okay, get down past censorship. Okay, I see. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! Oh my god, that laugh was wild. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years he's been snooping around the apartment, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. I mean, it's really up to you, though. It's really up to you. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up as a line. Oh, excuse me. Bless me. Oh boy, that was a sneeze. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Ugh. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Skye involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah, it looked like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. Oh boy. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me were the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. My god, this is taking so long. Just this monologue. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, gee. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Edgy. Thanks for all the memories. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. Already what? Oh, I had to press A there. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. The Santa-looking orange jacket of Santa-looking motherfucker get arrested. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky, I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Aww. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky, and to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break to you, and yet you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm glad I got to watch you play it. You always make games seem so fun, even when it's game genres I'm not that interested in. You always find a way to make this all seem really fun. Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, the game's not over yet, but, like, it is almost over. Stop it, I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Aww. That's so sweet. Aww. Well, this trial has gone far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty! Yes! Oh my god, fine a frickin' Lee! That is all. This court is adjourned. Let's go! Alright, 5:03 p.m. At long last, it's finally over! Wright is on the same page I am. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended? I love you. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, da-da-da-da. Oh, she didn't thank her. Oh. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Son of a bitch, Gumshoes! Come on! That's the third time now! You... Come on! Get the fuck out of here! Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? My god. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. He's saying the exact same thing, too. He says that exact same line every single time. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Well, who is it? Lana? Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell you. I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago Aww, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis? I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me! No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. Sam is going so emotional. I know, right? I know. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back, and now you have. Aww. Oh, Emma. Aww. Aww, let's just hug it out. Aww. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there we can move on toward a brighter future. Aww. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe. Me? I know, right? This is so amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. He looks so pissed off. Where was he hiding? I just came to say, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. He just dips. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth? Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. We've already seen all this. There we go. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting for them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. Take a guess where I'm going to fall asleep or not. I mean, I hope you fall asleep, but I don't know if that's what you're going to do. But Edgeworth, who knows? Give it enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me, and that's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. I highly doubt it. I don't feel tired. Okay. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime, but they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Oh, yeah, that's right. This. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Part we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. Aww. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth! If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it does for you. I know, and it seems like I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Aww. I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey on my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think you're gonna afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh my god. What's gonna happen to others? I don't know. I guess I'll have to play the rest of the games. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of, says I'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my ways back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Aww. There we go. I unfortunately can't, like, do my normal wrapping of thought. Or can I? Because, like, yeah, no, the game is still continuing here. Yikes, I thought I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. It's okay, I will. It's fine. I mean, this did go on longer than I initially thought. Like, I thought I was gonna go a little under my stream time. No, I went a little over. But it's... I'm good, I'm good. I'm just glad we did actually finish the game tonight. And oh my gosh, can we... well, we can't. We still do this. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and to take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe. Oh my god, Sub. I kind of wish they didn't do this, because I do genuinely just want to talk, but I can't. I have to voice the flipping characters. Oh my god. Would you? I'm not saying that on stream, my dude. Oh my god. I know. Anyways, assuming that there's no more characters talking, oh my god, this game was so much fun. Don't get me wrong, this is a similar vein to Bug Fame. Motherfucker. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can't you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? There we go. But yeah, this is actually surprisingly similar to Bug Fables in a way, because I think it is a little rough around the edges in some ways. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way Lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. So yeah, well, it's like a little rough around the edge with some parts. Like we even like saw some parts during this stream where like sometimes it just is just not clear on what you have to do, and I had to as you can see, I had to consult the wiki and chat a bunch of times just to figure it all out. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing her something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be. Huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go! So, there could be a little bit of difficulties with that, and obviously the length, because, Jesus, this final chapter did not be this long. This final chapter could have been like a whole other game unto itself. Like, legit. It could have. I totally get why this wasn't added until, like, the later releases of this. Oh, hey, Maya. Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. But overall, I did really enjoy my time with this game. I think it's gonna be a while until the next, like, story-based game. I think the next one, assuming that the Danganronpa 2 remake actually does come out this year, which they said it will, so it has to. But assuming it does come out this year, that'll probably be the next one we do, I think, because I've definitely had my fill for now. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on? Oh, that was his letter of resignation, wasn't it? But yeah, no, like, I really did end up really liking this game. Like, the scenarios with all the different characters, the story itself was wonderful. Like, a lot of characters I loved right away, and then other ones, thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Like, some others that I had to warm up to them, but after a while I did end up really liking them. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Yeah. So yeah, it was super duper cool. And overall, I think I did end up coming with a good Pops game. But oh my god, I am very glad it is over now. Because the finale was really, really great. And I am so glad that I get to move on to the others. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Final rating out of 10? Probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Definitely. Yeah. It a good game. I don't know, like, when I'll ever play the remaining games in this series, because there's a lot. There are a lot of games in this series, actually. Like, a lot more than you think. There's, like... It's, yeah. Who knows if I'll even play any more of them, just considering how much of a toll this took on me. But, I mean, they are good. I don't know. If I do play any more of them on the stream, blind for y'all, it'll be a bit. It'll definitely be a bit. Because, like, there's already 2 other games in this collection. Did I get anything in the gallery? Art book, scene... Oh my... Whoa, scene creator! Oh, that's actually really cool. Phoenix Wright is Trilogy. Okay, I see. It's the same before. No. Privacy policy. Oh. Literally just from the eShop. I was like, what the heck? Yeah. Good lord. Yeah. Just in this trilogy, I know that there's like several other trilogies and like spin-offs and shit. Like there's so many different games in this series, I swear. Anyways. That all being said, let me go ahead and turn on the music again. Oh god, it's been so long the tab had to reload for said music. Oh my god. Oh lord. Oh sure, of course. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we can cuddle and snuggle. Heck yeah. Oh, I'd love that. Motherfucker. Okay. Anyways. That's gonna be it for tonight, obviously. That is 2 games beaten back to back. That's awesome. I don't remember the last time that even happened. That's super duper cool. So, that is it for this week. Schedule for the following week, because we got a lot of new stuff coming up, and I'm very, very excited. So Tuesday, we are continuing the Pikmin 100% Marathon with more of Pikmin 4, which I'm actually excited for, because, wow, New Game Plus just was a lot more fun than regularly playing the game. Then, on Thursday, I said last June that Thursday we would be starting off one of the 2 new games. That's actually not true, because I wasn't thinking about the fact that Tomodachi Life 2 comes out on Thursday. So obviously, we're playing Tomodachi Life 2 on Thursday. Then probably, let's see, Friday will be one of the 2 new games. Saturday will be the other one, and then next Sunday will be the one on Friday. Yeah. I'll let y'all know. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly what those 2 games are, because I kind of want them to be a surprise. But yeah, I might just let y'all know on like the schedule maybe, which should be up like maybe tomorrow or the day after. I might end up doing that. But the hint is that they're 2 games that came out recently, which is why I wanted to I wanted to be the one to choose them rather than letting you guys vote. After we're done with those games, though, I'll let you guys vote like normal. Just completing both Bug Fables and Ace Attorney kind of took a lot out of me. So I feel like I kind of just want this. I hope you guys don't mind too much. Anyways, I will go ahead. Who will we raid? Who will we raid? Who is even? Man, there's actually. Who would have thought there's actually not that many people live right now? Although, you know what? It's ironic. I was actually watching. We did not raid this person the other day. However, I was in her chat, like right after we raided the person that we did raid yesterday. So why not? We'll raid her today. You might have already figured it out, but we are raiding Maddie the Magical Girl. She's playing Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay. Neat. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid her. Yeah, that sounds good. Bada boom. Yeah, there we go. Here we are. Alright, let's go ahead and raid her. Y'all tell her that we actually finished the game, because she was the one. This is actually something y'all don't know. She was the one who said that it would take me, that I was only halfway through the game when we got to chapter 5, and that would take me like another like fucking like 7 parts in order to beat the game, which she was totally false, by the way. It did not take that long. It only took 3 streams, believe it or not. So those are false accusations, Maddie. So you go ahead and tell her that we finished the game. I'll bet she's gonna be very shocked, okay? Yeah. Exact only took 3 streams. Well, I mean, kind of 4. A little bit. Like 3.5, really. Anyways. Let's go ahead and raid now! Let's go ahead and raid! Oh god, no.
Universal fan. Please, I must ask you to desist.
Alright.
This is
There we go. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi.
higher Bane. Oh, cool. It's Berserk Ocean. You're gonna have to fight her Bane.
Seth's just saying we beat Ace Attorney. Goodness.
Vibing.
As I have said many times already.
Yes,
Hi,
yes,
Phoenix,
yes.
how are you?
Thank.
Be Ace Attorney. Nice.
Anyways. That is going to be it for tonight's stream.
Also, welcome in Seth Protogen.
That is going to be it for tonight's stream. I will see you all on Tuesday for more of Pikmin, more Pikmin 2.
Sounds like
More of Pikmin 2.
just
Geez, my brain, there's a lot of audio sources, I'm getting kind of disoriented.
Ace Attorney's
Um,
great. Nice.
So, thank you all so much for tuning in throughout the night, everybody who's still here. Hugs and kisses to you all. I hope you all have a wonderful and fantastic rest of your day and night. And take care, okay, everybody? Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
I'm glad that you're enjoying Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney is always really fun.